Hi, my name is Tara Hunter, and I just celebrated my 6th kidney anniversary.
And I'm Stephen Hunter, and 6th year of being a donor.
So I was fortunate enough to have an amazing husband who actually stepped in even before I needed a kidney transplant and offered to be tested. So when the time came that it was time for a transplant, Stephen, my amazing husband, stepped up and got tested and was actually able to donate directly to me. So, he will always be my hero, and I'm forever grateful and very blessed that I was able to know who my donor was. The advice I would give to someone that's looking for a living donor is share your story. Like I said, I was fortunate enough to have my husband step in and donate to me, but ever since my transplant, I've shared my story, and it's amazing how people don't realize that you don't need to be a direct relative in order to donate, and that they're amazed that nowadays that the medication, it could be a total stranger that just stepped in to help save someone's life who can donate a kidney. So share your story, don't be shy about it, and hopefully you will, have the luck that I did and have somebody step in and be a living donor. I didn't realize how much my life was going to change because, I was a pre-dialysis transplant patient. So my restrictions were a little different than most people that are on dialysis. But, I was tired, but I thought I was tired just like everybody else was tired because everyone complained, I'm so tired. But it's been amazing after I had my transplant, the amount of energy that I have and that I don't need to take a nap anymore during, on the weekends. I have so much energy. I'm up bright and early. I go to the gym, I exercise, and I feel great. I just feel amazing.
And she gives me a lot of things to do, so the to-do list continues to grow, so I know she's doing well.
I would say the most challenging part with living with my transplant, really, and it's gotten better now that I'm 6 years in, is that just remembering to drink all the water. I was never a big water drinker prior to my transplant, but it's essential that you drink the water and you take the medicine on time. So those are the two things I would say were challenging, but I got myself a watch that has a timer on it, so I have it set twice a day to take my medicine, and I make sure I have my bottles of water that I need to consume before I go to bed at night, and so I would say those were the biggest challenges, but I feel like I have them under control now. I would say the most rewarding thing about receiving a kidney transplant is just really getting my life back. I mentioned I was a pre-dialysis transplant patient, so I didn't have the same restrictions as a dialysis patient would have, but I do have the energy to do more, the desire to do more and get out and have fun. So I would say that, having the energy back to want to do things and get out there and enjoy my life. I chose NY Presbyterian Weill Cornell to have my transplant for a couple reasons. One was its reputation. Second, when I came here for my evaluation, I was just blown away by everybody that I met. From the minute I walked in the door to check in, to meeting with the different nephrologists and the nurses, and even meeting with Dr. Kapoor and his team. I was completely blown away, but also I left with a sense of peace, knowing that this is the right place for me. I had such an amazing experience with my kidney transplant that I have actually recommended 2 different patients. One already had his transplant a few months ago, and he had his brother be a living donor. And actually I recommended to another person who's in the process now. And I continue to talk about the program to anybody that will listen to me. And I've been very blessed and that I've met so many amazing people here at NY Presbyterian Weill Cornell.
I think like most people, it's a fear of the unknown. But what I will say is that fear was quickly put aside because the doctors and the medical staff here at NY Presbyterian were very transparent in terms of setting up the expectation of what is going to take place during the screening process the actual procedure itself, and then also what to expect from a post-op perspective. So I got comfortable very, very quickly, but then also I benefit from being able to talk to others, and that kind of dissipated any fear. To be honest with you, my real fear was not being able to donate, because I don't know what we were going to do. Fortunately, we didn't have to go down that path. It was exceptional. As I stated earlier, I couldn't really ask for anything more. The staff was phenomenal. Everything that they said would happen took place. You could tell that they're super organized here. There wasn't one question that I couldn't ask, and I felt fully informed. And it's weird, like I walked in the day of surgery with such a level of confidence. I had a job to do, let's get it, I know what's gonna happen, and walked in there and everything that was supposed to happen happened, and thankfully it was uneventful. What I'd recommend to someone who's considering donation, first thing I'd say to them is thank you. Because that's the first step. And you have no idea the change that you potentially could make in a person's life. And the one thing that meant a ton to me was being able to talk to others that had donated, because it takes the theoretical and makes it real. And the myth or fear or anything that somebody may potentially have, it's realized. You get to see them, see that they're living a normal life after the fact, and I can attest to that myself. And any opportunity that I would have to talk to somebody, I would embrace that. So take your opportunity and really just to get to hear somebody else's story.